JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, over 1,000 Jamaicans so far get new smiles under MOH initiative. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that already 1,045 Jamaicans have benefited from its new oral health and dentures replacement program, Second Chance Smiles. Second Chance Smiles was announced by Minister of Health. Second Chance Smiles was announced by Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, during his sectoral presentation in Parliament in May. The ministry on Tuesday hosted its first in a series of regional launch events at the Hagley Park Health Centre in St. Andrew. We are off to a good start with this program and will gather momentum in the coming months as we provide an increasing number of Jamaicans with new smiles. Smiles good at helping to enhance their life chances socially and economically, said Tufton at the event. The goal is to help 10,000 Jamaicans under 6 years of age, and we'll do so, he added. Speaking at the event, beneficiary Kirk Edwards said he was thankful for the program. I want to say firstly that everyone should take care of their teeth so they don't have to get dentures. However, I think if you get to the point where dentures are inevitable, this program is a blessing, as without it, it would have been very expensive for me to get my dentures and rectify my smile, he said. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has committed to investing some $60 million in the program over 18 months. Kingston man gets over 20 years in prison for ammunition possession. Kingston chef Delroy Fletcher, otherwise called Pencil, was this morning sentenced to 20 years and 10 months in prison in the gun court for breaching the New Firearms Act. Fletcher was arrested and charged in November 2022 after 35 rounds of ammunition and a magazine were found in his home on Tex Lane in Rose Gardens. He was found guilty of unauthorized possession of ammunition. The court heard that on November 10, 2022, the Kingston Central Police carried out a raid at Fletcher's house and that during a search, a quantity of ammunition and a magazine were found. He was subsequently arrested and charged. Gregory Park Primary closes early after shootout on compound leaves one dead. Staff and students at Gregory Park Primary were left traumatized on Thursday morning following an exchange of gunfire between the police and at least 2 men. At the end of the shooting, 1 man was killed and another taken to hospital for treatment. Preliminary information is that the men scaled a fence at the school sometime after 8 during the devotional exercise. They were accosted by police officers who were on the compound, which led to the exchange of gunfire. Richard Williams, principal of Gregory Park Primary, said counseling sessions were held and the school dismissed. He said the incident has highlighted the need for additional security measures. Reggae boy Phillips and Mount Pleasant staff transported to hospital after bus crash. National senior footballer Demario Phillips and 2 members of staff were transported to the hospital after the Mount Pleasant equipment bus crashed along the Runaway Bay Main Road in the vicinity of the FDR Resort in St. Anne Wednesday evening. It is understood that sometime after 6 p.m. a trailer truck slammed into the back of the Toyota Hiace bus, which was traveling from training in Droxall to their dorms. The bus reportedly lost control and then collided with a Range Rover motor vehicle which was traveling in the opposite direction. No deaths were reported. Coach of the Mount Pleasant Academy football team, Theodore Whitmore, who was on the scene of the accident, said that he is saddened by the incident. I'm thankful there were no deaths, but it is a very unfortunate situation, he said. The driver of the Range Rover also expressed that he is grateful that he and his daughter, who was also in the vehicle, escaped unharmed. It's the airbag that saved us, but thank God we're fine, he said. Vendor shot dead in Coronation Market. A 67-year-old vendor was shot dead in the Coronation Market, downtown Kingston on Wednesday morning. Alan Brown, otherwise called Marshall, a longtime vendor at the popular market, was fatally shot shortly after 6 o'clock. It's reported that the police were mobile patrolling the area when they were alerted by citizens that a man was shot inside the market. They went to investigate and found Brown with a bullet wound to the head. The Kingston Western Police are trying to establish a motive for the attack. While the cops were processing the scene at Coronation Market, there was another murder in the Kingston Western Division. Anthony Arthur Lee Stockpole was fatally shot about 8 o'clock on Blunt Street. It's reported that Stockpole was taking a shower in his backyard when he was attacked by unknown assailants and shot multiple times. He was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Portland teen recaptured after jumping through court window to avoid custody. There is a renewed call for the shortage of police personnel to man the children's court in Buff Bay, Portland to be addressed after a teen boy escaped court by jumping through an upstairs window after an order was made for him to be remanded. The incident happened on Monday. A policewoman who was the only cop in court made attempts to prevent him from escaping but was unsuccessful. It has been reported that for quite some time now, there has been a shortage of police personnel in the courts in Portland. On many occasions, calls have to be made to the relevant authority for police personnel to be sent so that court can commence. There is no child counselor assigned to the Children's Court in St. Mary, which has resulted in the child counselor for Portland being forced to monitor both courts. On Monday, the 16-year-old accused, who is charged with housebreaking and larceny, appeared in court. The allegations are that the accused was caught on camera breaking into a house. In another incident, he fought with the complainant inside her house, and it is alleged that about $500,000 was stolen from the dwelling. Children's Court Judge Shai Whittingham Maxwell ordered that the accused be remanded until January 8 next year for psychological assessment. The judge also ordered that community and school reports be submitted in court. The accused teen boy, and hearing he was being remanded, jumped through a two-story window down onto the compound and ran away. The boy's parents and his attorney-at-law were in court when he dashed for freedom. "He's lucky he was not hurt after jumping from such a height," a spectator remarked. The boy was recaptured and taken back into custody the following day. A senior policeman, in commenting on the issue, said that the police are overburdened with work because of the high crime rate has resulted at times in shortage of police to work in other important areas. He noted that many children are involved in serious crimes and there is an urgent need for steps to be taken to ensure that child counselors are provided in every parish. He said he's hoping that through counseling, children will be motivated to be upstanding citizens and to stay away from criminal activities. There must be a serious focus on children, and particularly those before the courts who need psychological support. Where there is no such support, the children deteriorate because parents are not equipped to deal with psychological problems plaguing their children, he emphasized. Farmer charged for a fatally chopping man in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police have charged 65-year-old farmer Jocelyn Boyne, otherwise called Blocks, with the murder of Everton Powell, otherwise called Zeeks. Both men are from New Building District in St. Elizabeth. It is alleged that on December 9, Powell went to Boyne's home and called him. Boyne opened his back door and Powell used a machete to chop him on his right hand. A tussle ensued, during which Boyne chopped Powell several times in the head and on the upper body. Powell was taken to the Black River Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Boyne was taken into custody and was subsequently charged. Jamaican man shot dead in Queens, New York. The police in Queens, New York are yet to establish a motive in the shooting death of a Jamaican man and the injury of another person in Hollis. No arrest has been made so far in the shooting. The injured person remains hospitalized. Jimmy Robinson, 33, otherwise called Stone Love, was fatally shot early Tuesday morning. The New York Police Department reported that Robinson was killed at the corner of Hollis Avenue and 199th Street in Hollis, Queens, around 4:30 a.m. The police said he had just left a nightclub in the area when he was attacked. Robinson, a former footballer, hailed from a Pink Lane address in Kingston and played for the Tivoli Gardens Football Club. The police investigations into the shooting are ongoing. Legal costs awarded to Corporal Ron James following reinstatement order. Legal costs have been awarded to Chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Ron James, was being granted leave to go to the Judicial Review Court to challenge his interdiction. On Wednesday, Supreme Court Judge Tara Carr, who granted leave last month, awarded costs against Assistant Commissioner of Police Andrew Lewis, who is the respondent. James was interdicted for comments he made in July at a funeral for a colleague. He had criticized the police high command for not paying cops their overtime pay. Attorney-at-law Hugh Wildman, who is representing James, said that legal costs are seldom awarded in judicial review matters. He explained that James's application was one that warranted legal costs because of the complexity of the matter and the fact that the police high command treated James with contempt for exercising his constitutional right of freedom of expression. Wildman said he highlighted those points in his written submissions for legal costs. Wildman said James was simply advocating for his colleagues who were deprived of the benefit of a court order that was not honored by the government. In November, the judge had ordered that James should return to work, pending the outcome of the Judicial Review Court's decision. King's Counsel Peter Champagne, who is representing Lewis, had opposed the application for legal costs. Investigator details events leading to Beachy Stout's arrest. The lead investigating officer in the Everton Beachy Stout McDonald case on Wednesday detailed a series of events leading up to the arrest of the Portland businessman on August 5 at his office. McDonald and his co-accused Oscar Barnes are in trial for the July 2020 murder of Beachy Stout's second wife, Tonya. During his examination in chief, marshaled by the prosecution, the detective sergeant, with 28 years of service under his belt, said he visited Mr. McDonald in Portland on July 31, 2020 and recorded a statement in regards to background information. At the time, he said Mr. McDonald was not a suspect. The statement was entered into evidence Wednesday afternoon in the Home Circuit Court. 3 days later, investigators from the Major Investigations Division MID, armed with a warrant to search Mr. McDonald's house, journeyed to Portland. At this point, it was a person of interest based on the fact that he and his wife shared a dwelling. Mr. McDonald requested the company of 2 females during the search, which was granted by the police, but the cop told the prosecution that nothing incriminating or unlawful had been found. The investigator said on August 4, 2020, a day after Denver in Minot, the man who is serving 19 years behind bar for Tonya's murder was arrested at his home in Portland. He offered to take the cops to the area where he met the man who had subcontracted to kill her. The cop said he told Minot he would arrange a drive-through. On August 5, a team from the MID went to Mr. McDonald's business place in Portland. The detective said he introduced a colleague to Mr. McDonald and informed him of the progress of the investigation before advising him that he was not a suspect and was not obliged to speak, but Mr. McDonald had questions. "Am I being arrested? Am I being charged of murder?" he had asked. The detective said he told Mr. McDonald that he had some questions to ask him surrounding the investigation. However, an attorney must be present. After he indicated who his attorney was, McDonald was escorted outside and placed in a service vehicle. It was subsequently taken to a police lockup in St. Andrew. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.